So you're thinking about moving to the Seattle area, but you might also be asking yourself if you've missed out on your opportunity to buy here. With the market shifting, the big question is it too late? Should I still be buying here in the Seattle market? Well, we're gonna get after it right now. Hey there guys, my name is Jordan Reeder, your Seattle area real estate agent. Every week I drop content about everything you need to know about moving to or living in the greater Seattle area. And as you know, over the last few years, buyers around here have had it pretty rough, right? Tons of competition, houses are going well above asking, and that's on top of massive appreciation that has priced some buyers out of certain areas. Now the market is shifting. More and more buyers are wondering if they've missed their opportunity to buy here in Seattle, or if it's smart to enter into a market coming off such a hot run. Well, this is a very valid question, and as the market shifts, it has been difficult for would-be buyers to decide whether or not they should be actively looking or sitting on the sidelines. When I get asked these types of questions, especially in the type of market that we're in right now, three factors come to mind that I think are important to discuss: affordability, competition, and future appreciation. So first off, let's talk about affordability. It's no secret that mortgage rates are at all-time highs, and so affordability has become a factor. Let me illustrate this by showing you two different mortgage rates and how it affects your payment. Okay, so now I'm going to show you two loans, both for the same amount of $800,000, which is close to the median value here in King County, with the same down payment of $160,000 or 20%. But the only thing that's different is the interest rate. So this first loan that we're looking at is going to be an interest rate of 3%. And you have a principal and interest payment equaling right here $2,698.27. Now the second loan assumes an interest rate of 6% with all other factors staying the same. And so now look at your principal and interest payment is $3,837.12. So with a 6% mortgage payment, you're looking at a difference of $1,139 per month just on principal and interest. At these price points that you're looking at, that's a lot of buying power that has been lost since interest rates have risen from historical lows just a few months ago. Now I'm going to be giving you a few tips toward the end of the video for would-be buyers, so stay tuned. But at the end of the day, affordability is an important equation and very personal to each potential buyer. There's going to be many questions to ask yourself. The first and most important question is, how has the recent economic headwinds changed what you can and are willing to afford? Has your buying criteria changed now that interest rates have lowered your buying power? Seattle is vast and you should be able to find inventory that meets your criteria, but it's possible you end up looking outside of the main Seattle or East Side corridors. Or maybe rather than looking for that new construction house, you might be interested in something that's 5 to 10 years old. The point is there's just many factors to consider, and now more than ever it's important to work with that real estate professional so that they can help you navigate that entire home buying process. All right, so now let's look at the second item, and that's competition. As of the middle of June of 2022, when this is being recorded, we are at 0.9 months of inventory. A balanced market should be at 6 months of inventory available. So the amount of houses available is still very low. However, inventory is increasing, buyers' activity has decreased because of those rising interest rates, and serious buyers are finally able to start negotiating with sellers again. It's still a seller's market, but we are seeing houses taking longer to sell, and price reductions are happening as we speak. If you're a buyer that's been beaten up and lost out over the past few years, now is going to be a really good time to go shopping since competition has slowed a bit. All right, so the third and final thing that we look at is future appreciation. A common question that most buyers ask me these days is, am I buying at the height of the market? Will I benefit from any rising equity in the coming years here in the Seattle market? This is kind of a tough one to answer because we are sitting at historical highs right now. However, with inventory levels being so low, I don't see any reason why the market shouldn't continue to appreciate as long as you're looking to hold long term. That is the key here. I have multiple videos that goes over market data, which I'll link up right here. Last week's video was all about a recession and how it will affect the local real estate market here in Seattle. So that's a really important one to check out. Appreciation in Seattle will slow as the market adjusts to inflation, slower economic growth, the job market, and a possible recession on the horizon. However, supply and demand is undefeated, and what I mean is historically, inventory in Western Washington has been very, very low, and it will continue to be relatively low in relation to other parts of the country. Because of that, once demand returns after some economic recovery in the next few years, you should see that appreciation continue. So because of that, it's a great time to buy here as long as you're looking to buy for long-term appreciation, not short-term speculation. So I hope that provided some good food for thought. As a homeowner myself, an investor, and a real estate estate agent here in Seattle, it's my personal and professional opinion that it's not too late to buy in the greater Seattle area. As a matter of fact, right now is a great time to start looking. If you are a buyer right now, you should look at this shift in the market as an opportunity to find a good deal rather than like you've missed out on your window to own here in Seattle. With that, let me give you 3 tips that are going to be important to winning as a buyer here in 2022 and beyond. So number 1, there's an important mentality that you should embrace. Don't ever look at a mortgage loan as being something you're locked into forever. Yes, mortgage rates have been rising at an alarming rate recently, but even if you get a 30-year fixed mortgage, you can always refinance that mortgage for a very low relative cost in the future when rates do come down to a more favorable level. It's safe to say that there will be low interest rates again, which will give you the opportunity to refinance, but you have to own the asset first. And now is a good time to be able to do that. So tip number 1 is really just to get your financial house in order. Talk to multiple mortgage lenders. There are still good loans out there for bankable people. This is definitely something that I can help you with. I'm happy to refer you to one of my many mortgage brokers that I work with based on your situation and what your needs are as a borrower. All right, so tip number 2 is use your equity. I know this sounds obvious, but if you already own a house, you'll be able to use that equity to leverage here in the Seattle market as well. So one tip to keep in mind is that when you are selling, ask the buyers for a rent back. It's still a seller's market in many areas right now, so you do have some control to ask for that rent back for the next 15, 30, or 45 days post-sale. So this affords you that opportunity to have the house sold so you can go into making offers that are not contingent upon selling your existing home. This will be the first step in making your offer a compelling one and one way to help eliminate any remaining competition that you might have on nice houses in nice areas. And finally, tip number 3 is if you are looking to purchase soon, right now it's June of 2022, look for price reductions or houses that have been sitting past the offer review date or for more than 15 days. So sellers that have priced their homes too aggressively will be wanting to make a deal. So now is a great time to still come in with a strong offer, but you may be able to ask for some concessions on a few items if it's outside the offer review date and didn't sell, or if they don't have any other buyers that they're working with. All right, so there you have it. In my opinion, it's not too late to buy something in the Seattle area, and I hope I provided some good information that will help you navigate the real estate market when you are looking to buy. If you have any questions, I'm gonna put my contact information right here, so feel free to call, text, or email me anytime. My goal is to help people like you learn more about the Pacific Northwest and would love to be your resource for all things real estate here in Seattle. Also, now that you just learned that it's not too late to buy here in Seattle and that you didn't miss your window, watch this video next where I will show you some of the top neighborhoods in Kirkland. Again, thanks for watching, and as always, I will see you on the next one.